Tonight on Around the Cooler, what are we actually learning from Alex Golesh's team? And are there concerns on the offensive line? Let's go around the cooler.
Yeah. Water Cooler Talk Sports. Around the Cooler. Saturday nights. Yeah, you know the deal. SEC Pride. Yeah, we keep it real. From the plains to the grove, everybody knows it's Around the Cooler. We talk that score. Talk that score. Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Every headline, every story. Around the Cooler where the fans all meet. We talk that score. This is Around the Cooler. Only on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network.
After 27 minutes of trying to get this thing to work, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to Around the Cooler. I am Nick Frazier, your man, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your play cousin. It is what it is, man. We are here Around the Cooler here on this Monday, man. Bro, 27 minutes, excuse me, of trying to get this thing to go live, and we finally here, man. Joining me tonight, as always, it is my guy, the legend himself, Bubba from Bubba and the Old Man Auburn-first. What up, Bubba? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling great.
Also, man, your favorite insider, our favorite insider, everybody's favorite insider. It is Ant the Insider. Ant, what's going on, man?
Just waiting on this load.
Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the Charleston White of Auburn YouTube, the man himself, Kid Country, aka Chef Country. Edward, what's up, Edward? What's going on, man? How you feeling? Dang, did Edward drop out? Well, dang. Well, it says that he's backstage, so
StreamYard got him too.
Got to be more careful, bro. We can't have nothing nice around these parts. We can't. They don't want us to be great. They don't want us to be great. We gonna be great. That's what it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, man, y'all ready to have a great discussion tonight, man?
Let's get it.
Let's get to it, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat rocking with us as well, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that was on the old chat. I had to reset some things to get it right. Teresa in the chat. What's up, Teresa? How you feeling? Auburn Dad's in the chat. What's up, Auburn Dad? What's going on? King Richard, man. What's up, my guy? Hope all is well going on with you, my guy. Man, shout out to you, man. We appreciate you, man. Slightly Evil Ortez is back in the chat. What's up? Slightly Evil Ortez, man. Was it
the most ridiculous name?
Was Nick just late? No, it really was the fact that we really could not get that thing to go. We kept getting the error message of that traffic was unusually high, and they was trying to create a server for us to come on. So I don't know, man. Big Sarge in the chat. What's up, Big Sarge? How you feeling, man? We get to talk O-line today. We're gonna talk about it for real, man. Grunt USMC. How you doing, my guy? Shout out to you, man. There he is, Mike McKinney. What's up, Mike? How you feeling, man? It is what it is. Reverend Nick Frazier. We have a new one in the chat. Oh my God, look. Man. This is great, man. Reverend Nick Frazier. All right, this is a good one. This is a great one, man. So I'm with you, man. King Beijing is rocking with us tonight again. What's up, King Beijing? How you feeling, man? Shout out to everybody rocking with us as always. Hey, the Insider, he in here rocking with us as well, man. Mario Cannon in the chat. What's up, Mario? How you feeling, man? Hope you feeling good. Saw you this morning on the pregame playlist, man. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate you, man. Yeah, the Reverend Nick is wild. It is. Power back on. Nah, the power was always on. It was StreamYard fault. I don't know what StreamYard had going. Yeah, we pay bills, right? You know, it is what it is. So yeah. It is what it is, man. Really, let's go ahead and let's get into this conversation tonight. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. As we all know, fall camp started last week. Fall camp started on Wednesday, and Alex Golesh came out and after the practice on Thursday, he had some words. He had some words of how he feels so far about what this team is looking like. Let's take a look. Let's take a listen to what our head coach had to say. Let's listen.
Really solid, I would say, would be where we are. We're further ahead on both sides of the ball that's what's so awesome. I said it the other day, but you got the summer schematically, so now you can work matchups, you can work a lot of different things. Did some situational football with third downs today. Really good to compete there at the end. I thought the guys are learning what it really looks like, learning how to take care of each other, but play hard. So I'm good with where we are. We're not nowhere near where we got to be, and we certainly will get there. So.
Alex Golesh talking to the media after Thursday's practice, man, and he said everything seems to be really solid right now. We'll talk about that later on in the show a little bit, but I want to start with you on this one, Bubba, man. Do you agree with what you hear from your from my head coach, Coach Alex Golesh? Are you liking what you're hearing, what you're seeing, and things and stuff of that nature from our coach there?
Yeah, I'll just give really quickly, and this will make sense after I list them off. This is my list of standouts so far.
Okay.
Anquan Fagan's in limited action because he's been limited. Gavin Jenkins, Bryce Deese, Elijah Melendez, Deshaun Spencer, Omar Mabson, Jared Smith, Chaz Nimrod, Malik Autry, Byron Brown, Jonathan Eccles, and Xavier Newsom. Sounds like a really good list, right?
Sounds good. Yeah, it does.
You know what's the notable position group that was omitted?
Oh, we're going to talk about them in the next segment.
Offensive line. So I hate that word solid because I think it's a cop-out that coaches use in interviews. And solid is anything from D+ to B-, and I think we're much closer to D+, mainly hampered by that offensive line group. But we've had a lot of standouts so far. Like Chaz Nimrod has clearly been the best receiver on the team so far in both spring and fall. Deshaun Spencer's coming into his own. A notable story is that Jeremiah Koger has been repping with the 2s because Chaz Nimrod has been moved to X, which makes a lot of sense when you look at the schematic impact that the slot position has in the Byron Brown rendition of the Alex Golesh system, where the slot guy is less of a vertical threat like a Jalen Hyatt and more of a manufactured touches guy, to where he's like an outlet for like when they attack conflict players in the RPO games. So like Sean Atkins, Madai Rubin, Christian Neptune, and Deshaun Spencer fit that role a lot better. So it makes a lot of sense with that.
What are we learning about this team? And like from what you hear from Coach Golesh, man, of course, everybody's been talking about, being the taking the team away from their environment, putting the team in a hotel, basically being together as a team and doing and doing everything necessary to become a team and to become close as teammates, as brothers. What do you think the one thing that we are learning from Coach Alex Golesh and this version of the Auburn Tigers that's surprising to you? I'm gonna ask you that question. What is the one thing that we're learning?
That the team is really picked up on the culture change that's going on at Auburn. I mean, for some of them, like JJ and X and all them who was there last year, this year is like a complete 360. So I think that you'll have a good chemistry between the whole team.
Same thing with you, Bubba. Like, what are we learning from Coach Golesh in this situation? Like, what are we learning from him? Like, what is the new standard that we're learning from him about what it is that we can see from this football team moving forward when it comes to Auburn football? Like, are we getting back to what Auburn fans are used to seeing what Auburn football be?
Yeah, I think that Alex Golesh has been pretty tight-lipped on a lot of stuff. But I think as far as his actions go, I don't think we're getting back to old Auburn. I think we're getting into new Auburn.
Okay.
Like he clearly has a vision, and you saw it with him isolating the entire team.
Yep.
Taking them completely off campus into a hotel where they're to bond and be close with each other. So I think that he's not trying to get us back to what we used to be. He's trying to get us to where we need to be.
Where we need to be is actually, I was getting ready to say that, where we need to be. Where do we need to be, Ant? Where does Auburn need to be? Because a lot of Auburn fans seem they ask the question. And I'm just saying, where does Auburn need to be? Because there's a sect of Auburn fans that feel like there is a standard that we should not dip below. And there's a sect of Auburn fans that look at what has happened recently and are saying, can we get back or get better than what we have been in the past to get to where we think the standard should be? I think both sides of the coin agree that the standard for Auburn is, you know, in the middle, like what people think it needs to be, like whatever number it is. Like if you want to put a number on it, 8 games a season or 9 games a season or a playoff team, a perennial playoff team. I think there are fans. I think each side of the coin feels that way, that they want to get there, but getting there is the question of how fans are where the debate is. Like, should we be looking at this saying, all right, man, we need to be this year, or should we be looking at this saying, let's see progress? Which one is it? Let's see progress.
My opinion is, let's see progress. You shouldn't take what the past 2, maybe 3 coaches have done and try to pin it on one coach for him to come in and win 8, 9, 10 games. He gotta instill his culture, instill his, you know, plan for the team or what he wants out of them. And for people to say 8 is the standard, I can look at that schedule and show y'all 7 losses.
Whoa, don't say that. Don't say that, man. Hold on, Nick.
Hold on, Nick.
Whoa, don't say that. Don't say that, man.
Let me finish though.
Okay.
There's also a world on the schedule where I can show you 9 to 10 wins. But either way it go, everybody has to be patient. It's not going to look pretty the first year.
Okay. And to be completely honest with you, this part of the conversation that we're having right now is kind of leaking into what our conversation is going to be towards the end of the show. I want to ask y'all this question. I really want to ask y'all this question here that I wrote down that I was thinking about. How much can we really learn from fall camp reports? How much of this, how do we determine from how do we separate the signal from the noise? Is what it is. Like, what is it that we need that we can point to and be like, all right, this is something tangible that we see is changing in this program, and that we can kind of put our hands on and be like, this is something that as fans we can gravitate towards and be like, we can get behind. How do we separate the signal from the noise, Bubba?
I mean, there's not much you can learn football wise before the pads go on.
Very true.
Like, we're going to learn a lot more this week than we learned last week, but what you can see is positive trends, like young guys stepping up, young guys having good practices and stringing them together. But as far as like, how are we going to learn anything about Byron Brown in the first week of practice before the pads come on? Not really.
Yeah, good point.
As far as like separating the signal from the noise, it's like, you just got to understand that there's a lot of channels right now that are just pumping stuff out. They're struggling to find content.
Whoa.
So they're putting stuff out that's very, very hot take heavy.
Okay.
I'd leave it to, all right, let's not take anything from the first week. That was slightly targeted.
Okay. I was just gonna say.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
I was just gonna say, listen to the players. That's all I was gonna say.
Wow.
The players' interviews, their reaction to questions. I think that
beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Mario Canna.
Come on, now.
I think Mario has been a very logical Auburn fan, in my opinion. I don't think there has been a lot of people that have just been kind of like off base on a lot of things when it comes to what they want to see from Auburn football and what this team potentially could look like this upcoming season. Like, to this point right here, Kid Country said he's with Ant. He said he can see 5 wins and he can see 9 wins, but we all hoping for, the upper half of that, and stuff of that nature. Like, I have come out and said that I think Auburn's floor for this season is 6-6. I think Auburn can win 6 games. When you look at the schedule, I think Auburn's ceiling is 9 games. If everything goes right, I think Auburn can max out at 9 games, in my personal opinion. So I look at that and I just say to myself, you look at this team, like, it really does depend on like certain aspects and certain position groups. And we're gonna talk about one of those position groups coming up next. and how they and how they perform. So I don't think there are a lot of illogical Auburn fans out there. I think that some of the takes that you've heard from a number of people have been, when you listen to it, you just be like, okay, all right, I don't know. I get it. D-Lev, what's up, man? How you feeling, man? Shout out to you, my guy. We appreciate you so much, man, for rocking with you, man, as always. And not even just Auburn fans, but some of the people that's outside in the national media. You know, some people in the national media have had Auburn being a 5-win team. Yeah, you know, and I just like, come on, like let's just be real. Like, I don't know if I can go that far, but I mean, what are we learning from Alex Golesh? I think the thing that we learned from Alex Golesh is that we're looking at a guy that believes in everything he says about being process driven, about being detail oriented, and wanting to be a physical, violent team that wants to run the football. But as I said, there are some groups that we have to talk about, and we will talk about once we come back from this break, ladies and gentlemen, here on Around the Cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. We'll be right back right after this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Here's a trivia question, ladies and gentlemen. How many times has an SEC program started number one in the preseason? College football. That is our trivia question for tonight. Let us know how many. Let us know. We'll get the answer when we come back. Let us know in the chat.
The pregame playlist is your new morning destination. Tune in Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Your morning, your sports, your playlist.
Game day starts with great food. At Adeline's by Chef Country, we bring championship flavor to every plate. From slow-smoked ribs to barbecue favorites, feeding the family or the tailgate, make Adeline's your first stop before kickoff.
Click the link below to get NORDVPN. That's the peace of mind you deserve.
Subscribe to these YouTube channels. You won't regret it.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, man, welcome back to Around the Cooler, man, here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Make sure that you are tuned in to the pregame playlist Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Your morning, your sports, your playlist, man. Make sure you tune into it. Trivia question for the night. How many times has an SEC program started number one in the preseason college football polls and ended number one in the polls? Here's your answer. I see a couple of them in the chat. I see 5, 4, I see 11. Answer is 3. In the AP era, 3 teams have done it. 1951, Tennessee. 1978, Alabama. 2017, Alabama. Even though in 1978, Alabama finished number one in the polls, but USC actually finished number one in what's name, but they had to split the national championship. So the answer was 3. There it is. So did you know that, Bubba?
No, I had no clue. I did not know ball. I did not know about the 1951 Tennessee Volunteers.
I was just saying, I didn't either. I looked up. I found this interesting trivia question, and we talked about it, and I brought it up, and it is what it is. So shout out to it, man. Shout out to Miss Cunny in the chat. What's up, Miss Cunny? War Eagle to you. Shout out to you. Said Nick is making a 1970 Asians movie. His mouth is not matching his words. Really?
It's kind of wild.
But I'm saying, talking right. Just play. Let me stop before people really think it is going on. All right, let's get this thing rocking and rolling. I don't know, people. There has been a video that has been surfacing on Twitter, and you know what? Big Sarge, Big Sarge, you you have been saying, I will give Big Sarge his credit. He has been saying it really depends. The success of Auburn football will depend on the way that this offensive line performs this upcoming season. He has been saying that from the jump. Shout out to our guy Dustin in the chat from the Uptempo podcast. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to him over there on the Uptempo. Shout out to our guy Dustin, man. Salute to him, man. We appreciate that as well, man. It's a video from Justin Hogerson at practice, and it has been circulating online. And we had the opportunity to take a look at the video today, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Bubba, how would you characterize the video that we watched today?
Cheeks.
Whoa, not cheeks, Bubba. Like,
yeah, it was rough. It was a rough watch.
It was not a great watch. It was not a great watch.
For context, this is Big Bertha. It's a boom sled. It's a curved boom sled. 350 pounds. But I mean, it's just, number one, technique-wise, they weren't great. Hand placement-wise, they weren't great. And then they were not violent. Right, I'm not expecting them to just chuck this 350-pound sled all over the field, but it was clear that this was not it did not look like an SEC group, especially Jack Lair, who we will get into, number 76, who had maybe the worst practice an offensive lineman has had in decades.
Okay, so we were watching we watched the whole video, and for everybody that's gonna be in the chat saying, hey, lay off of them, it's just fall practice, no, even the coaches were saying that these dudes were look at this rep.
He just molested the
sled. What is that? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Like, come on, man. Come on, bro.
Gonna caress Big Bertha like that.
Even the coach, I wish I could be wrong. Even the coach in the background put his head down and was like, what are we doing? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. Ed.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on this, man? What are your thoughts?
Hey, man. I mean, I'm not as concerned as everybody else because I'm.
Why not, Ed? Why aren't you concerned? Here's the reason why I'm asking. Because we have been told that we want a team that needs to be violent. We want to be violent. We want to be a violent football team. Does this video of our offensive line, who we expect to come out and at least give us 2 to 3 seconds of attack and energy in a play, does this give you violent? Now let's be real. There were some guys in this video that had some great reps. That had some good reps.
Yeah, Kel Ellis, Jacoby Ward, Derek Plath.
They had some good reps. But now, when you hear about the news of now Top Buster potentially being out for 5-6 games, and Stan Ramil is coming back off injury, and he's not. I don't even think he's going through drills right now and things stuff of that nature. Like, we need our depth. We need our depth to be just as violent and just as nasty as the guys that will potentially be starters for our offensive line. Like, what? And why? I ain't got us muted right now. But why?
Yes, sir.
Why does this not concern you?
Because, I mean, I understand. Some days you have bad days at practice. Some days it could be that video could have been from the first day of practice, as far as we know.
Are they all hung over?
Thursday.
Did you just say are they all hung over?
Yeah, are they all hung over?
They
That's
might
the only
be.
excuse I can think of. Because, like, it's one thing if all the technique is just bad. It wasn't just like a hand placement technique issue. Number one, they're not getting low enough. Number two, there is no violence.
None.
Violence isn't like an acquired skill.
It's almost like
get mid-August. Like, that's just not what happens.
It's almost like they can't even push the sled.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
I mean,
like, do you think Will Eccles
but-
is just going to be gentle with them like this?
that's my point. Like, we
But-
gotta understand. Like, we gotta look at the defenses that we're gonna be going up against on our schedule, and that the interior guys on the other side and what they are going to be doing, like, and how they are going to affect the game. You know, go
Who's to say
ahead.
that? Who's to say that all these guys are used to this drill too, though? I mean,
Big Bertha's been around Auburn for like decades.
Hey, I know, Bubba, I know, but a lot of schools don't practice Big Bertha like that. I mean, you got to take that into account too. Do they even practice like that at other schools?
But this is like the best sled to use to simulate an SEC defensive lineman because it teaches. It's the best one for teaching leverage. You got to get under their pads, and it's weighted, and there's just no striking. There's no strike.
Yeah,
when they hit the pad.
That's the only thing I'm saying. If we were told that we wanted a football team that was violent, right? None of the reps. Well, let me not say none of, because some of the guys that up there were violent. You can look at them and say that they had some violent reps and things of that nature. But like overall, man, like are you confident in what you're seeing from that right there? Like, let's just be honest about it. Are you confident?
No, not with that. I mean,
I don't know.
But like I said, I mean, that could have been the first day of practice, and he just put that out on Thursday. I don't know.
I mean, if the coach is saying we soft, come on, they got to mean something right there. That has to mean something. If the coach is saying, "Yo, we soft, bro, we are soft."
Yeah, Parker Ball was going off on it. We can't play the audio because
we can't. We can't play the audio.
A lot of
it was
explicit
bad
words in that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I need to see another video. That's all I'm gonna say. I need to see another day when they're doing this to see if anything's changed. Now, if nothing's changed, then I'm gonna be worried. But
yeah, but like me and Chaz were talking this morning, we got like 3.5 guys that I'm confident in. That's it. 3.5.
Mario can't say they're hitting sled late, and it looks like the coach said as much. I don't care what practice is. Never waste. That's the point. You never waste a rep. You never waste a rep.
Yeah.
Big SR says this wasn't as bad as people are trying to make it out to be. I don't
We're
know,
not saying
Big
it was downright disrespectful to football, but it's clear that there was no violence.
I mean, all I'm saying is here's all I'm saying. If the coach literally came out and said, "Yo, man, we soft, bro." If he literally came out and said that, he was like, "Yo, we're soft." If he came out and said that in the video, you can hear him say that in the video. "Yo, we're soft."
Yeah, with a lot more words to go with that.
It's a lot more expletives words that he used.
Him smacking the drill. Him smacking the pad before they lined up and fired off. That was the toughest hit Big Bertha took all day.
I mean,
wow, come on, Bubba. I ain't gonna say that now.
Bubba, come on, man. Like Derek Plass looked good. Jacoby Ward looked good. Joe Simmons looked pretty good there. Cole Best looked like he held his own there as well. So
right.
I don't know, man. Dustin comes in and said, man, the concern at O-line started when they missed on all those guys early in the portal. Logic says they had to settle at some positions, missed at several guards before they brought Skinner over. It's a great point because,
but we're not even talking about Skinner. We're talking about Lair. Like that's
that part. But here's the thing: like people forget that Shabola. I keep talking about this guy. He was a very hot commodity in the portal. Auburn wanted that man.
Was that Ohio State?
Yes, he's the dude from Ohio State that ended up at Kentucky. Auburn wanted him, and he ended up going to Kentucky. Like,
because we weren't willing to pay the premium, and this is what happens when you're not willing to pay for quality starter quality offensive. There's not a lot of starter quality guys in the portal at offensive line.
I mean,
we're not willing to pay for it.
It is what it is. You right. Simmons, you right. Simmons. I don't know why I said Simmons. Simmons just because I keep thinking Simmons. They keep saying Simmons is going to be the guy that starts at right tackle. I keep wanting to say Jacoby Ward is what I keep wanting to say. 74. Jacoby Ward is what I said. Is what I meant to say. So excuse me for that. For saying that. I got to make sure that we do that correctly. But the thing is, man, like if we are going to, like, Big Sarge has been saying it for the longest, and I have been saying that I have thought that this offensive line does not have to be people movers, but they do have to be aggressive at the point of attack. It's something that I have been saying. I don't think the offensive. I think this offensive staff will be able to scheme around deficiencies on this offensive line. I think they will be able to do that. I think they will be able to move the ball because they do have a quarterback that can move the football with his legs. So I don't think they have to be just like all world people movers, but they gotta be more violent than that, though. Like, let's just be real about that. Like, am I off base on that? Like, am I off base?
No. Because, like, I said it when we picked Lair up, there was a clear missing violence at the point of attack with him at Stanford. He played tackle and he played guard, and he's got really good feet, but he has no anchor in pass protection. No ability to move people in the run game. Jacob Strand wasn't in this drill, but he's another one. No anchor in pass pro. No ability to move people in the run game. Cole Skinner actually did pretty well in the drill.
He did. He actually did.
Which was pretty surprising. He completely changed his body. But Cole Best is another guy, has anchor issues in pass pro, but he actually did pretty well in the drill. So I'm not basing all this off this drill. This is off previous tape and seeing that nothing has changed. Right? And again, I'll say it. Aggressiveness is not an acquired skill. It's not something that's just going to wake up in somebody late in August, early in September against Baylor. And if this is the way that we look sluggish and weak going out there in week 3 against Florida, we are going to get ran through. No pause. No pause this time.
Week 1 against Baylor. You know, it's not even week 3 against Florida. It's week 1 against Baylor, man. Like, come on. You got to be real about this, man. And this goes back to the point of where we say this, like, when we talk about where we see these teams potentially being able to win, like when Ant says he can see this team having 5 wins, or Edward saying that he can see this team, having 5 wins or having 9 wins, or 10 wins, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to like, it feels as if, like, from my thought process of what it was that I was being told, it felt as if we were a little bit further along on the offensive line than what it looked like right there. Right. That's what it looked like. It felt like the offensive line feels like it was a little bit further along. Watching that video, still feel like we got well, Coach Golesh did say it in his opening. He said we got a long way to go. He did say that. But it really does feel like that long way is
even
a little bit, even longer.
That long way is next season when the portal comes back around.
God, man, man, that's tough. That was a little tough to watch, man. Especially when what we've been told is that we want to be a violent football team. That just didn't look violent. That just didn't look violent to me. That's all I'm saying. And if people disagree with it, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. I just see what my eyes show me, and I just look at it and I just be like, I don't know. It is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell us what y'all think about that in the comments, man. Are we off base on that? Do you disagree with us? If you disagree with us, tell us why. And tell us why we're wrong. If you agree with us, cool. Tell us why you agree. That's what we do around here on the water cooler. That's what we do around the water cooler. We take all opinions and we want every single person to be able to be heard and let us know why they feel the way they feel. So it is what it is, man. So yeah, we'll be right back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, man, make this call in. The Stats Hub. I'm telling you, the undefeated viral game. Go create a free account. Go to SECseason.com right now, create your free account, and become part of a space for SEC fans.
In the SEC, every game and every fan matters. Welcome to SEC Season, the ultimate interactive channel. Catch Launch Breaks with Tez, Tuesday to Thursday at 12:30. And SEC Season Live, Tuesday nights at 7:30. More than a channel, it's a community. Connect and debate with the most passionate fans in college sports. Subscribe today and join the Keyboard Collective.
Game day just got sweeter with Deutsch, the delicious, high-protein snack that's plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, and low in sugar. Visit deutschfoods.com and use discount code WCTS for 20% off your order. That's deutschfoods.com, code WCTS for 20% off.
Life moves fast. Protect the people you love. Secure your future with life insurance. Or build generational wealth through real estate. Freddie Metro is here to help with trusted guidance. Protecting families, building legacies, creating wealth. Call Freddie Metro now.
Yes! Let's go! Whew. Yeah. Oh, yes! Let's go!
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Around the Cooler here on Water Cooler Talk Sports. The SEC, here are the odds of the teams to win the SEC. As you can see, Auburn is down there at number 11 to get a 2.4% chance to win the SEC. But the top two teams in the conference, Texas and Georgia, well over 23%, according to bookmakers, as the teams are the favorites to win the conference here in the 2026 season as it comes up. So I want to ask the question, man. We've had this conversation ad nauseum a little bit about the parity in the conference and how the SEC is a lot closer in talent, and it's not and the talent is dispersed and it's not concentrated in one to two, three places anymore, and that there potentially is 10 teams that could end up, being contenders for the conference title this year. So I asked the question, man, who's really the best team in the SEC this upcoming season? Who is really the best team? Who can we really look at and say is the best team in the conference this year coming in, Bubba? Your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, it's Texas A&M. I'm a big believer, and it's all based on Mike Elko, almost completely, right? It's either, and there's two teams at the top, and I think they got them both wrong. I think it's Texas A&M, and I think it's Ole Miss. I think those are the two best rosters in the SEC. And I think that a lot of the Texas hype is based around Arch Manning taking a leap. And maybe that happens, but it just seems like a lot of his issues with from the videos I've seen, his mechanics-based issues have not improved.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe that improves over the next 3 weeks, but I don't know what he could do in the next 3 weeks that he hasn't been doing for the last 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that for me, the SEC is clearly A&M, Ole Miss, Georgia at the top three. Having Ole Miss at 6 behind an LSU team that has an incomplete roster, no real nose talent. I mean, their starting nose is like 295 pounds currently, and that's just not going to fly in the SEC. I think Texas A&M and Oklahoma are both too low as well.
I like your analysis of Texas A&M and Ole Miss at the top of the conference, the two best rosters. I think Ole Miss is the best, is the most complete roster in the conference. In my personal opinion, I think Ole Miss has the most complete roster in the conference, and I'm gonna keep beating that drum until I'm proven wrong. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Just gonna be completely honest with you. Behind them, I have Oklahoma. I have Oklahoma behind them. I think Oklahoma is right there. And I have Oklahoma and Ole Miss in the SEC championship game, and I have Ole Miss winning the SEC championship this upcoming season, because I think they are the most complete team in the conference. People will say, well, Kiffin's gone, well, Charlie Weiss is gone, and stuff of that nature. I'm like, all right, that's cool, man, but have we not looked at what they brought in and what they did to upgrade their roster? Have we not looked at what John David Baker, has done, and where he has been and what he has done and stuff of that nature?
One of the biggest risers.
I look at it and I say to myself, man, I don't think Ole Miss takes a step back at all. I think Ole Miss just keeps humming. I think Ole Miss hums their way to an SEC title. In my personal opinion, I think they are the best in the conference. Texas, everybody knows how I feel about Texas. I'm not even gonna beat that drum no more. Georgia is going to do what Georgia does. They're going to be good in the conference. I just think that this year Ole Miss and Oklahoma are better. And your thoughts?
Yeah, I can agree with those four. If you look up and down the SEC, like those are really the four best teams right now. And Georgia's just like you said, Georgia, like me and you always say, Georgia's just so reliable. They're gonna find a way to get there. Ole Miss probably has the best talent out of everybody, but coaching wise,
best
we're
talent.
gonna have to see.
Best talent.
I think so on both sides of the ball.
Best. Are you saying best proven talent, or are you just saying best talent overall? Okay, best. Talent.
Best proven talent. Chambliss, Keywan Lacey, Eccles, Perkins. I mean, Ole Miss has a nice little team that they put together.
Will Eccles ain't little.
Definitely not. Will Eccles is one of Will Eccles is going to be one of the premier defensive tackles in this conference coming up this year.
As far as Oklahoma go, everybody know what I mean. We say it all the time. Can they run the ball? So A&M, A&M's gonna go as Mike Elko goes
to the top.
To the top. What team out of the four, out of the teams that we have not named in this conference can step up and be in that conversation this season? Could Auburn be in that conversation this season?
I'll keep banging the drum for Kentucky.
Okay, so
wow.
If you look at their roster, they have some real wild cards, some real lottery tickets.
They do.
Nick, they have a pretty good offensive line room, actually. They've taken some guys from the portal, guys like Lance Hurd, Tegra, we've talked about him, Shabola. And if you look at the lottery tickets they sent out, Kenny Minchie, if he hits, and then CJ Baxter, if he hits, Javante Barnes, if he hits, Nick Anderson, if he hits. If those guys hit, they can have one of the best offenses in the conference, and they retained a lot of Mark Stoops' defensive talent. So if there's a team, they have a decent schedule where they can line it up, and if things go their way and they get some things to fall their way, they could finish the season 10-2.
I'll throw a wild card out there.
Okay, what's your wild card?
Bad, Bubba.
Oh no, go ahead, man.
Oh, I'm gonna say Mississippi State.
Those are our teams.
Yeah, looking at their roster and how close they played Texas and the big leads that they gave up, I don't think they'll do that this year. I think with the addition of Arnett, that defense is gonna be way better, and they might be downright scary for real. Just being honest.
Yeah, everybody knows I've been beating that Mississippi State drum for the past year and a half now.
And Kentucky for about 6 months.
Yeah, Kentucky for about 6 months. I just look at the conference, man, and I look at it and I say, man, I think Kentucky has an opportunity. Like everything you're saying, Bub, is absolutely correct. You know, Nick Anderson was at LSU last year, and he was expected to be one of the premier receivers in the conference. They couldn't throw the ball. They literally could not throw the ball last year at LSU.
The quarterback was incapacitated.
And everybody thought Garrett Nussmeier was going to be that guy in the conference, a guy that in the previous year before last season, the 25 season, threw for over 4,000 yards in the conference as well. And it's just the offense just could not get off the ground to do what a lot of people thought that their offense could do last year at LSU. Now you get there, you with Will Stein, a guy that's been an offensive coordinator at Oregon. He's been in the college football playoff. He's and coaching the college football playoff game. The defense at Kentucky has Jay Bateman as well, who was at Texas A&M. He's now the defense coordinator at Kentucky. He has college football playoff experience as well. People fail to realize he held Miami to 3 points for not enough time, but he held 3 points for like what 55 minutes out of a 60-minute game or something like that. So, you know, I think Kentucky has the ingredients to potentially come out here and do it. But is there still that that mystique of it being a UK on their helmet. You know, and to be completely honest with you, we shouldn't even be saying that. We shouldn't even be saying that because Kentucky beat us last year. They beat us at home last year, 10-3. We could only put up 3 points against Kentucky last year. So we shouldn't even be saying that in my personal opinion. They got us. They got us. You know, it is what it is. Go ahead, Bubba. You get ready to say something.
Yeah, I view Kentucky and Mississippi State as definitely the two wild cards. And we're going to hear it in like 4 months. It's going to be popping up. Everybody's like, I tried to tell everybody about Mississippi State. I tried to tell everybody about Kentucky. And then we're going to point back to these lists, right? Where they're consistently in the bottom 5. Those are two teams. Kamarion Taylor is one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the conference. They have a great backfield. Their offensive line has the ability to be productive, and they're returning Anthony Evans, a premier slot receiver in the conference. They bring in Zach Arnett. They're not going to be a team that's like top 5 in the conference in total defense, but they're going to create chaos, and they're going to force turnovers. That's a team that can win 9 or 10 games if things fall their way. That's the high end. That's their ceiling, absolutely. Then Kentucky, the lottery tickets. People forget Nick Anderson 2 years ago was a guy like going into his third year. Was viewed as this is a guy that could be a day 2 draft pick. This is one of the best receivers in the SEC. Then CJ Baxter was a 5-star coming out of high school, and when he's been on the field, he's looked really good when he's been healthy. Javonte Barnes was a bright spot on a bad Oklahoma team a couple years ago, then dealt with injuries last year. So it's just like Kenny Minchie was pushing CJ Carr for a starting job at Notre Dame last year. So I look at this team, and I'm just not understanding why they're consistently bottom 3, bottom 5 in the conference in all these projections.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this ad nauseum a lot. I think it's just because people just look at the MSU or the UK and don't actually take a look at what those teams have done in the portal, the talent that they brought in, and just make an assumption based off that. That's really, you know,
it's all brand bias.
What I come down to. Mario Cannon, man, he gotta say it. I think Texas has the best roster. So Nick, you think Ole Miss has the best roster, but Texas has the most improved? Yes, I do. And the reason why I think Texas has the most improved is because the media and outside noise has said that Texas is this team.
But that they're not. They're not that team.
Exactly. Like
Trevor Goosby is surviving off of a high school recruiting ranking.
Like Mario, I understand what you're saying because this morning in the pregame playlist, I said I think Texas has the most pressure. Yes, I do. I think they have the most pressure because of what has been placed upon them. When you look, and like I said, I don't want to keep beating this dead horse because people keep. I don't want people to say that I'm hating because I'm not. I'm just saying. I am just showing you what I see with my eyes. They have a lot of talent that produced. That's it. That's all. And there's a lot of potential there. Ryan Wingo dropped a lot of passes last year at Texas. Cam Coleman, we saw what Cam Coleman did at Auburn. Arch Manning, they saying this man was a Heisman. They saying this man is a Heisman Trophy finalist already before the season started. 3,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions last year is what he had. Last year's Heisman Trophy winner, who was Fernando Mendoza, 3,500 yards, 40-something touchdowns, and I think he had like less than 10 interceptions. That was the Heisman Trophy winner, and those were his numbers. But we saying that Arch Manning, who had 3,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, is a Heisman Trophy finalist, Heisman Trophy candidate right now. The media has put pressure on them to go out here and win. Is what it is. I think Texas, if you want my honest opinion, I think Texas probably win 8-9 games this year, like they did last year. I think that's what they do. I think they're an 8-9 win team.
They're gonna lose some early season games that they have no business losing.
And
Tennessee gonna run through them.
Oh yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. I think Tennessee beats the brakes off Texas in week 4. I think they do. Games at home. I think Tennessee. And people would disagree with me with that because they'll say Tennessee has a freshman quarterback, and I would be like, well, guess what? Josh Heupel knows what to do when it comes to quarterbacks. He knows what he does.
Faison Brandon is like that.
Faison Brandon was a 5-star coming out of what, North Carolina? What, he's like 6'5"?
And the high school tape is that good.
I look at it and I just say to myself, man, I'm not high on Texas. I'm not. I think the outside pressure that the media has put on them is what a lot of people are saying. People disagree with me with that, but hey, if it happens, they'll come back and be like, they won't say I'm right. But if I'm wrong, they'll definitely come back and say something to me. If I'm wrong. King Richard, man, he said, I know most will not agree with me with this, but I have a feeling that South Carolina will be a dark horse this year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
I don't agree with that, but okay.
Eight
we know
games, here we go.
We know you're the South Carolina hater, sir.
I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. So it is what it is. That's just me. That's just me. Ladies and gentlemen, man, tell us how you think. Who's really the best team in the SEC? Let us know what you think there, man. Is it Alabama? Is it Texas? Is it Georgia? Is it Ole Miss? Is it Oklahoma? Is it Texas A&M? Is it
Vandy
Auburn?
a sleeper?
Let us know what you think about that and tell us how you feel. What team is really the best team in the SEC and how this could be probably one of the best years we've seen parity wise when it comes to competing in the conference. So let us know what you think about that right here. Here on Around the Cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. Thank y'all so much for that. We'll take a break right here. We'll be right back right after this. Coming up, what will a successful year one look like under Alex Golesh at Auburn? Stay tuned.
Breaking Auburn news, recruiting updates, insider conversations, the stories Auburn fans care about most. When something happens across the Auburn football landscape, Auburn Addicts is there. From recruiting battles and transfer portal movement to game analysis and the latest headlines, Auburn Addicts keeps you connected. Join Auburn fans every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Auburn Addicts. Auburn football. All the time.
Hit the link and try it now.
Everybody wants to look like a star when they step out, including you. Hollywood Media has you covered, from clean portraits, corporate events, and athletic events. Hollywood Media has you covered. These aren't just pictures. This is your moment. Follow now on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media with 2 A's. Follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media. Feel like the star you are.
Follow Water Cooler Talk Sports on social media.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, welcome back to Around the Cooler here on Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here as always, man. Successful turnarounds. Golesh went to USF after being the OC at Tennessee. USF won 4 games in a number of years and 3 seasons. He gets there and they end up winning 7 games his first year there, 7 games his second season, and winning 9 this past year in 2025 before he took the job at Auburn as the head coach. And so I asked the question here, man, in my opinion, I asked you all the question. It's kind of, we've kind of alluded to this, for majority of the show. What is a successful year one look like under Alex Golesh? And before we do this, I'm just seeing him in the chat, man. Shout out to my guy, Fifth, man. Shout out to Fifth. What up, Fifth? It's Curtis Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all don't even know that y'all in the presence of greatness right there. That is Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent. Shout out to him, man. We appreciate you so much, man, for rocking with us, man. Shout out to you, man. You didn't have to kill Rat. You didn't have to kill Rat like that, bro. Raising Caney. That didn't have to happen. I didn't have to write that in there like that. But shout out to Fifth, man. We appreciate you, my guy. Shout out to you. See, I told you. There you go. Shout out to Fifth, man. We appreciate you, man. What's up? It is, man. We appreciate you. What does a successful year one look like under Golesh? In your opinion, Bubba?
Yeah, I'd tier it this way. Number one, it's hard to put like a number on it. I wouldn't put a number on it. But if you're forcing me to put a number on it, I'd put it as anything over 8, we're ecstatic. 8 wins is success. 7 wins is meeting expectations, and we're on the right track. 6 is slightly disappointing, and then anything under 6 is a failure. That's the way I view it. Now, you can rebound after a 5-7 season, but we wouldn't feel good about it. You can rebound after a 6-6 season, but we wouldn't feel great about it. 7-5 is like the baseline of where I'd put it. Okay. 8 wins is what I view as success.
Okay. Okay.
No specific wins.
No specific. So just 8 wins in the season. You saying it's a successful season?
Yeah, because like 8 wins plus you beat Georgia, that's a really, really good season. That's a very successful season. But just straight 8, success.
Anything Phil Will said anything 8 or above is successful. Okay, so let me ask you this then. So 7 would to you all's opinion, 7 would be
meeting expectations.
Okay. Ed, your thoughts, man?
7 with regular season. Curtis.
Go ahead.
I hate that 8-win narrative. Bro, we ain't won 6 games in 5 years. We just been 6, 5. Like, bro, come on, bro. In my opinion, I only got 3 things I want to see out of this whole season. I'm not expecting to see it early. I need to see a competent offense.
Okay.
I need to see a team that's not going to quit.
Okay.
In 1-score games.
Okay.
And I just want 7 wins. I'm cool with 7. That's a winning season.
Mm-hmm.
I seen some. Remember we talked about it the other day, Nick, when I told you I seen that, and they was like, "Is Auburn the best 5-win team, the greatest 5-win team in college football history?" Bro, I felt some type of way about that, bro.
Tell us how you
That's
really
like
felt.
a slap in the face, dog. To know that you got 6 games that you lost by 1 score, and these folks are putting out this narrative. Oh, if Auburn only did this, and this, they would have been a top playoff team. Or is this the greatest 5-win team? Well, that's embarrassing.
Peak cheeks. We were peak cheeks.
Right. That's very embarrassing.
Yep. Nobody craps their pants better than Auburn.
Well, last year, that's true. Apparently we found new ways to lose games last year and things of that nature. It's I don't know. I struggle with this one, man, because I understand where people are coming from when they say 8 wins, because that's where you were in the days of when Gus Malzahn was here and Tommy Tuberville was here. That's where you were. You can pencil in. Let me not say pencil in, but you can almost pencil in 8 wins a season and things, stuff of that nature. I get it, but I look at it. I look at it from this perspective as well too. Would you rather have steady progression? So would you rather have maybe a 6-7 win season again this year, and then years after this it progress up to 8, 9, 11 undefeated seasons potentially in the future? Or would you rather have this 8-win, 9-win season this year, and then it just kind of just lulls back down into this place of where we're just below that threshold? Like, is that unfair to Golesh? To some degree. And trust me, I understand that Golesh. We're talking about this from a fan's perspective, like what we've seen in recent memory and things, stuff of that nature. That's what we're talking about this from and stuff like that. But if Golesh comes out here and wins 11 games this year, right, and then the next couple of seasons we're not at that threshold, what does that say? What does that say? Like, what changed? Like
that's
I would rather see the progression, the step progression to where we can be like, all right, I'm seeing the progress, whether that's 8 this year and then 9, 10, 11, or whether that's 6, 7 this year and then 9, 10, 11 after that. That's just how I look at it. I say I just want to see more wins than losses, and more wins than losses to me could be a 7-6 season. That could be it could be a 8-4 season. It could be a 9-3 season. I just want the win column to have more than the loss column, in my personal opinion. Is how I look at it.
The way I'm viewing it is like neither of those are just like a straight option. Like, you don't get to pick. And I'm addressing this as this team this year. I'm looking at this roster, what I think success is for this roster. Because I do think 95% chance you're taking a step back at quarterback next year. You're getting worse.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And you have this superhuman quarterback this year. And I think that if we had landed like Tristan Tia and he was going to be our starter this year, I'd look at this 6 wins is success. But the fact of the matter is we have Byron Brown this year. And Byron Brown this year, I think, gets you to 8. Right? And I think 8 would be success.
Okay. So basically, you're looking at this from the perspective of who's the quarterback. So Byron Brown is the quarterback. Byron Brown has been in the system, so we should at least get 8 wins with Byron Brown in the system.
No, I'm not putting it all on Byron. Here's the way I'm viewing it: is with the current roster construction as a whole.
Okay.
You have this experienced receiving core as far as starters purely, like Chaz Nimrod, Keyshawn Singleton, potentially Jeremiah Coger. You're probably going to lose Nimrod and Singleton. I think maybe has a year or two. Maybe he tests the draft waters, but you're at least losing Chaz Nimrod. This is his last year of eligibility.
Mm-hmm.
That tandem, I think, is going to be like, okay, they can go nuclear in a game and get you a win against like LSU, right?
Okay.
And that's the way that I'm viewing this. And you have 2 starters on the defensive line you're losing, Dallas Walker and Cody Sigler. So the next year, it's Jordan Crawford, Malik Autry, who's replacing Jordan Alford and Malik Autry as the backup guys. So the way I'm viewing it is this year you've loaded up to where 8 wins, and then next year you may take a step back. You may win 7 in the regular season. You may win 6 in the regular season. And then you get back on that natural Tennessee progression, which is the way that I'm viewing like the future of this program.
Okay.
I think the future looks a lot like Tennessee's.
Okay.
We're a perennial
I get
8, 9,
that.
10 win program.
I get
So,
what you're
that's
saying.
the way I'm viewing it.
I get what you're saying. So I get what you're saying. So basically you're saying because of what we have, this team could win 8, 9 games this year. But because of what could potentially come next year, it could take a step back. But they could be in the program again. And then that can kind of reset it to where you have other people behind them that can just keep it going and going and going. All right, I get you. I get what you're saying. Kid Country said, man, 8 regular season games with the bowl game. The bowl game, 9-4 is a realistic expectation. All this talk, elite this and elite that. Man can't go 6-6. Laugh out loud. Be who you say you are. I hear you. I hear you. Man, but God, it just. I don't know, man.
That's why
I said 8 wins were coming.
Some people that you're aiming this vitriol at.
No, I'm not aiming it at nobody. I'm not aiming at nobody. I just the narrative, like there are a lot of people that feel like 8 wins should be. I get it. I understand it. Like in the times when Auburn, you can almost pencil Auburn in for 8 wins a season. You can do that. 8, 9 wins a season. You can do that. I get it. But I also look at what we've been the past couple of seasons, and we're in this new era of football, and it's gonna take some time to potentially get those guys in the boat, that wants to come here to be a part of Auburn. That, for one, he wants people that want to be a part of Auburn and stuff of that nature. So I just look at it and I just say, man, like in this era of NIL,
what happened in 2019 don't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like anything pre-2021 to me is I hate to say this word, ancient.
Yeah.
It's ancient. Like let's just be real. Like really pre-2023. Like because that's when it kind of really like set off. Like when NIL, like the NIL that we're in now is just kind of really just set off, in that situation and things and stuff like that. I can't just look at it in that vacuum like that and things stuff like that. So I like, because anything could happen in the season. We could lose a quarterback that was on a team that helped us won games, or we could lose a key guy because another school gave him a better offer.
Yep.
And how do you replenish that? How do you pivot from that? Like, do you go to the high school recruiting ranks? Are we developing guys? And then the guy that you evaluated, is he that guy that was there before him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I look at it and I just think that there are a lot of variables in this era of college football that can basically change from year to year to where we cannot just say we can just be on a steady progression moving forward and things stuff like that. So when you came in with the analysis of basically saying, I can see us doing this and then potentially taking a small step back and then progressing forward and being on that Tennessee trajectory where we kind of an 8-9 win team, but kind of may have a back. I can rock with that. You know what I'm saying? I just think I just think this new era of college football has a lot to do with, the way some teams are viewed and how some teams are going to perform as well, man.
Yeah, progression's not always linear, especially in modern college football.
Yeah, and then to think about it too, like Auburn has not been that program to where we can just sit back and just say we can just get the pick of whoever we want to. Like when it comes to just transfer portal guys and recruiting, we could get back to that, or we could get to that, but Auburn just hasn't been that right now. It hasn't been like that blue chip type program in the past couple of years. People haven't. It hasn't been a destination school. Let's just be completely honest. Unless they had the top dollar, like there are some schools that can just be like, "Yo, we're this school. We can give you this. You come in here. You're gonna get developed. You're gonna get to the next level and things stuff like that." We just haven't been that. And you have to be able to win. You have to be able to have proof of that on the field in order for other recruits to come in to be like, I know what I'm going to get at Auburn, and it just hasn't been a sure thing in the past couple of years. That's all I'm looking at. And hopefully it changes. Hopefully I don't think I'm too off base on that, but it is what it is there, man. Aubrey Bluetooth said, man, I am shooting for 8. Anything else is a disappointment. All right. Connie said, Nick, you've been a little on edge since your vacation. Have I? Have I been on edge?
I don't know. You've been a little prickly.
Have I been? Nah, I think I'll be chill. I appreciate that, Connie. She's been watching. She's been analyzing me. Nah, man, I'm just it's all good. We have not had a coach since before then. Those kids could have won more without our coach. So, okay.
Yeah, let Peyton Thorne call plays.
Yeah, that's what it is. Since we're talking about narratives, I don't like the narrative that 8 games is unattainable because of the past. That's confusing to me.
We're just saying that can't be the bar until we prove it.
Right. Nobody said that. We're just saying, we're sitting here saying that, and I think Bubba made reference last show or maybe show before last. It's a lot of teams that has a high ceiling and low floor.
Here would be my response to that. Here would be my response to this right here. If that's the case, why can't a team like Oklahoma or Ole Miss be the favorite in the conference, even though Georgia won the conference the year before? If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, because Ole Miss hasn't won the conference since the 50s.
Yeah.
So if we're saying the past doesn't matter, which the media should apply to this, then Ole Miss or Oklahoma should be
the favorites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make a correlation there. Hopefully that correlation made sense. If you get what I'm saying, like,
we're not saying 8 wins is unattainable. 8 wins is very attainable. We're just saying that's not the expectation.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, because it's just like, to me, it's just like saying that Ole Miss can't do it because they haven't done it, or they haven't done it in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't be the favorites because they haven't done it in a long time. But
can I ask a question? And we don't have this conversation too. What makes Ole Miss and Auburn different?
I don't know.
Not much.
A title and a BCS appearance.
I mean, what separates Auburn from Mississippi State? Not much.
Right.
Just a championship.
Nothing.
It was a coin flip decision for Cam Newton between Auburn and Mississippi State is what determined the difference between Auburn and Mississippi State.
So I mean, we setting a standard at 8, and that should be a standard. But to be honest, you have things that happen. I mean,
there's a difference between saying this should be the standard and this is the standard, because we have not proven that to be the standard.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. How fast you can push a sled is irrelevant to technique or strength. I played with a guy at Troy who was horrible on sleds, and he played in the league for 11 years. That's great. Shout out to him, Dirty Max. That's how it's great. But what we were saying was, we were told that we wanted a violent team, and none of that looked violent. That's all we were saying. But appreciate that. Big Star said the problem I have is that you can see teams like Kentucky and Mississippi State win 8 games, but struggling to find 8 for Auburn.
We're not struggling to find 8.
No,
we're just saying that I'm not going in saying like they have to get 8 wins or it's a failure of a season. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that for Kentucky or Mississippi State either. It's harder for me to find 8 wins for Kentucky and Mississippi State than Auburn. I think Auburn's a better team than Kentucky and Mississippi State. But what we are saying is that we cannot say that 8 wins is the standard for Auburn when we have not been that team for 6 years.
I've given a floor and a ceiling for Auburn. I've given a floor for Auburn at 6-6, and I've given a ceiling for Auburn at 9 wins. So I mean, like I can see Auburn winning 8 games. That's all I'm saying. Like I can see it happening. You know, it's the same way I can see Auburn winning 6 or 7 games. Same way I can see Mississippi State winning 7-8 games. Same way I can see them potentially winning 4 or 5 games this year. You know, it's the same thing. So I've given a ceiling. I've given a ceiling for both. I mean, maybe I don't. Maybe it's because of the fact that I just haven't like gone in depth on Mississippi State and how I don't think I've given a floor for them or anything and nothing like that. But I don't think I've said anything about them not being able to win 8 games. Auburn. I think I've actually said that I have Auburn at 7-5, 8-4 is where I have them at right now. When we went through the schedule back in May, I'm pretty sure I had Auburn at like 7-5, 8-4 when we went through and picked games.
I mean, I can reel off 4 losses, but I mean, people might not agree with it, but I can reel off 4 losses on the schedule that I know is gonna bring some controversy because a lot of people feel like Auburn should beat Ole Miss, but in actuality,
Auburn's not beating
Ole Miss they got a better roster.
Yeah, I just don't understand how we can look at October and say like, 8 wins is the floor. Like that's 4 losses right there. Realistically, like there's a good shot you go 0-4 in October. There's a realistic shot you go 2-2 or 3-1 in September, and then we got the Iron Bowl, and then that Mississippi State game. It's like there's a realistic chance this team goes 6-6. There's a realistic chance this team goes 9-3.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. There's a realistic chance you reel off 5 wins, and momentum carries you to beat Georgia, and you go 3-1 in October. And there's a realistic chance that you end up with 10-2 with one impossible loss that you don't see, which probably would be Mississippi State if anybody.
We can talk about this for a long time, man. And we getting close to the season, and definitely once the season hits, man, we definitely will be talking about it ad nauseum and in depth, a lot more then as well. So yeah, man, it's a great conversation, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat that commented and pushed back on our thoughts and had a great conversation. So shout out to all y'all for that, man. I appreciate that as well, man. Football season is back, ladies and gentlemen. Auburn football is right around the corner, and we have the opportunity to see something that potentially could happen with this new coaching staff and what they are trying to build here at Auburn and with Auburn football. Hey, this could be a special season. It could be, man. So it is what it is. And where can they find you at, my guy?
I'm headed on the road, man. I'll be in Kentucky in the morning.
There it is, man. So make sure you stop by Lexington and tell them what's up if you want to.
Gotcha.
I was just giving it here. And Bubba, where can they find you at, my guy?
Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk on YouTube and Twitter. Almost forgot my name.
The Bubba breakdowns are back, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all need to go watch the videos on Bubba and the Old Man. The Bubba breakdowns are back. So it is what it is, man. He said that is why you play the games. Yes, exactly. You know, that's what it is, man. Right. That is why we play the games. Yeah, man. Hit the like button, man. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel as well, man. Phil will say, I think we're better than State. Okay. All right. I mean, it's fair. It's cool. It's a fair point. You know, I'm with you, man. Shout out to Joe Long in the chat, man. There's the struggle I was talking about. PTSD is real and hard to shake. Okay. Yeah.
Big Sarge this entire offseason has been trying to give us therapy through PTSD since COVID.
It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. So, it is what it is. And that's what happens. We're going to see the games played on the field. We're going to see exactly what Auburn is going to be on the field. My saying is whatever team you are by week 4, week 5 is the team that you're going to be for the rest of the season. And we definitely figure that out, hopefully early on in the season about what team Auburn football will be moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate y'all so much, man, for joining us here on Around the Cooler, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here tonight, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button as well. We are here Around the Cooler Monday and Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. We had a little bit of technical difficulties today, so we were a little late today. But also, man, the pregame playlist, man, every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, man. We're talking sports across the spectrum. So join us tomorrow morning for that, man. If you want to hear some little bit of music, you want to, hear some talk around other sports, hey, come join us on the pregame playlist, man. And it is a sports talk morning radio show. So come join us over there and have a good time with us, man, because that's what we do, man. So we appreciate y'all for that, man. Before we get out of here, man, thank y'all so much for rocking with us as always, man. We about to get up out this thing. And as always, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. Make sure y'all get the man upstairs above his because he deserves all the praise and all the glory, ladies and gentlemen. And until tomorrow morning for the pregame playlist, 8 p.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Jesus Christ. Come check us out on the pregame playlist, man. We have a great time tomorrow morning, and we'll be back here Around the Cooler Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Oh, before we go, everybody, tomorrow is Marcus's birthday, so tell Marcus happy birthday. Even if you don't friend him on Facebook or anything, just say happy birthday, Marcus, tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he'll hear it, and he'll feel it. So happy born day
to the mayor.
Happy born day to the mayor, the greatest football player to ever come through Booker T. Washington High School.
The mayor.
The greatest defensive end to ever come through Booker T. Washington High School. The greatest number 81. Say it again. Go ahead, Bubba. Go ahead.
The best offensive tackle in the South Alabama history?
I don't know.
He said. Hey, I'm just saying what was said this morning. 225 pounds. He was a dog.
Maybe he was. But the greatest number 81 to ever, the greatest number 81 to greatest person to ever wear number 81 at Booker T. Washington High School, man. So shout out to Marcus Fitzpatrick, man. His birthday is tomorrow. So just say happy birthday to Marcus, man. We appreciate that. We're gonna get up out of this thing, man. We kept y'all too long, man, but we appreciate y'all so much, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning on the pregame playlist. Y'all be easy, y'all stay fresh. And as Martin did when he went out of the apartment for the last time, he wrote 2 words on the wall. Those 2 words were one, love. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great night. Y'all be blessed, man. We'll see you when we see you. Peace.
This has been a presentation of Water Cooler Talk Sports.